ब्रज जन रंजना यमुना तीरवनचारी यमुना तीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यमुना तीरवनचारी यमुना तीरवनचारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय राधा माधव राधा माधव श्री राधे गौर निताय जय गौर निताय पतित पावन गौर निताय जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद हरे कृष्णा सो विल स्टार्ट विथ प्रेयर्स ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतात्पदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथं वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरतिसे नमः हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचना गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि प्रिये नीलाचल निवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्रा सुभद्राभ्यां जगन्नाथाय ते नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा so I will do the screen sharing so that we can discuss the verse. Okay, so Hare Krishna, so this is the verse today we are going to discuss. I think everybody is able to see my screen. So this is third canto 32nd chapter verse number 22nd. तस्मात् त्वं सर्वभावेन भजस्व परमेष्ठिनं तद्गुणाश्रया भक्त्या भजन्निया पदाम्बुजम् तस्मात् त्वं सर्वभावेन भजस्व परमेष्ठिनं तद्गुणाश्रया भक्त्या भजनीया पदाम्बुजम् तस्मात् त्वं सर्वभावेन भजस्व परमे स्थिनम् तद्गुणाशयया भक्त्या भजनीया पदाम्बुजम्. Hare Krishna. We will read the word to word meaning. Tasmat, therefore, Tvam, you, Devhuti, Sarva Bhavena, with loving ecstasy, Bhajasva, worship, Paramesthinam, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Tat Guna, the qualities of the Lord, Ashraya, connected with, Bhaktya, by devotional service, Bhajaniya, worshipable, Padam Ambujam, whose lotus feet. Translation: My dear mother, I therefore advise that you take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, for his lotus feet are worth worshipping. Accept this with all devotion and love, for thus you can be situated in transcendental loving devotional service. Purport by His Divine Grace, Abhay Charnarvin, Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The word Paramesthinam is sometimes used in connection with Brahma. Paramesthi means the supreme person. As Brahma is the supreme person within this universe, Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead in the spiritual world. Lord Kapila Deva advises his mother that she should take shelter of the lotus feet of the supreme personality of Godhead, Krishna, because it is worthwhile. Taking shelter of demigods, even those in the highest positions like Brahma and Shiva, is not advised herein. One should take shelter of the supreme Godhead. Sarva Bhavena means in all loving ecstasy. Bhava is the preliminary stage of elevation before the attainment of love of Godhead. It is stated in Bhagavad Gita, Buddha Bhava Samanvita. One who has attained the stage of Bhava can accept the lotus feet of Lord Krishna as worshipable. This is also advised here by Lord Kapila to his mother. Also significant in this verse is the phrase Tad Gunashaya Bhaktya. This means that discharging devotional service unto Krishna is transcendental. It is not material activity. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Those who engaged in devotional service are accepted to be situated in the spiritual kingdom. Brahma Bhuya Ye Kalpate. They at once become situated in the transcendental kingdom. Devotional service in full Krishna consciousness is the only means of attaining the highest perfection of life for the human being. This is recommended herein by Lord Kapila to his mother. Bhakti is therefore nirguna, free from all tinges of material qualities. Although the discharge of devotional service appears to be like material activities, it is never saguna or contaminated by material qualities. Tad Gunashaya means that Lord Krishna's transcendental qualities are so sublime that there is no need to divert one's attention to any other activities. His behavior with the devotee is so exalted that a devotee did not try to divert his attention to any other worship. It is said that the demoniac Putana came to kill Krishna by poisoning him, but because Krishna was pleased to suck her breast, she was given the same position as his mother. Devotees therefore pray that if a demon who wanted to kill Krishna gets such an exalted position, why should they go to anyone other than Krishna for their worshipful attachment? There are two kinds of religious activities, one for material advancement and other for spiritual advancement. By taking shelter under the lotus feet of Krishna, one is endowed with both kinds of prosperity, material and spiritual. Why then should one go to any demigod? Hare Krishna. So Hare Krishna. So today we're very fortunate to discuss from Srimad Bhagavatam the teachings of Lord Kapila to Mother Devahuti. So here Lord Kapila is advising his mother that to take complete shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says the definition of faith. कि श्रद्धा शब्दे विश्वास कि Krishna bhakti kariye sarva karma krita hai. The Shraddha means that if I take complete shelter of Krishna, then that is the ultimate thing in my life. Yes, that is the best thing in my life. That's the meaning of Shraddha. That means that I need not go to any other place. I need not do any other activity within this whole material universe. Yes, just worshipping Krishna, just chanting his name, just associating with his devotee, just reading the holy message of Srimad Bhagavatam. That is all in all. Yes, there is nothing else needed. There is nothing else which is desirable. It means Krishna consciousness is the complete and the highest perfection of our existence. So to have that kind of conviction is actually known as Krishna consciousness. Yes. So here also Lord Kapila is advising the same thing to Devahuti, that please. And and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually said, Jivera Swarupaya Krishnera Nityadas. And this is the constitutional position of every jiva. Yes. Every jiva is the part and parcel of Krishna. Yes. And thus his entire existence is to be submerged in the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yes. It is the most natural position for any jiva. Yes. And that's why Srila Prabhupada here, and here we see the word is used sarva bhavena. Yes. And Srila Prabhupada translate in the purport, he says complete attachment. Complete means it is complete. Yes. That means there is no other diversion. I think in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is talking about why a devotee should have alternative attraction. Yes. Or distraction. Distraction means alternate attraction. Yes. So here the word sarva is used. Sarva bhavena means with all emotions, with complete all the mind, senses, intelligence, our heart, everything revolves around Krishna. Yes. And that is known as Krishna consciousness. Yes. So, in order to reflect such kind of Krishna consciousness, yes, we see that Bhagavatam, it comes, you know, Bhagavatam has illustration of many various types of devotees who have illustrated such type of complete surrender. Even in Bhagavad Gita, we see that Krishna actually demands, practically demands, you know, and he inspires Arjuna. And through Arjuna, he's inspiring every living entity to take that step of complete surrender or the complete absorption in Krishna. Yes, because that is because Krishna is advising, because it is the best thing for a jiva. Sometimes people say that why Krishna is so proud that he's saying, just worship me only, don't go there, don't go here. Yes, only I am everything, I am the basis of everything, everything rests upon me. You know, just you come to me, that is enough. So sometimes people say why. So the answer is that because that is the constitutional nature of living entity. Because that is the best thing which Krishna can offer to a living entity. Yes. And thus Krishna is offering that advice to Arjuna. And that's why we see that in continuously in Bhagavad Gita, many shlokas Krishna uses such words. You know, like aham sarvasya prabho matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante ma buddha bhava samanvita. Here the word bhava is used. That means anyone who has come to the conclusion through jnana. Yes. So the first two lines refers to the jnana part. Aham sarvasya prabho matta sarvam pravartate. If you have come to this understanding, iti matva, yes, if you have understood this properly, iti matva bhajante mam, that person starts worshipping me. And how does he worship? Yes, what is the quality of that worship? You know, is that he buddha bhava samanvita. That means his buddhi is completely surcharged with the bhava, with the complete attachment to me. Yes. And in that loving ecstasy, he worshipped me. You know? The similar type of verse also comes in the, so I will again share the screen because I think it's good to see the shlokas we are discussing. In the 15th chapter, verse number 19, that is known as Purushottam Yoga. यो माम एवं सम असम्मूढ़ो जानाति पुरुषोत्तमं स सर्वविद भजति माम सर्वभावेन भारता. So I specifically picked up this verse and wanted to share the screen because some of the words are matching with today's words. So the same word sarva bhavena is used in today's verse. It is used in this verse also. Yes, and here the sarva is used two times. One sarva is reflecting that Krishna is everything, and another sarva is reflecting that with our everything we should worship Krishna because Krishna is complete whole. So our dedication should also be because where is that thing where Krishna is not there? So why should our dedication to him should lack at any point? You know, and here Krishna is inspiring that no stone should be left unturned in worshipping him. We'll just read the translation once. Yo mam evam asum janati purushottama. Anybody who has come to this conclusion that Krishna is everything, there is nobody higher than Krishna. Krishna is the master of everything. What happens to that person? What are the qualities of that person who has really come to that conclusion? Sa sarva with bhajti ma. है ना? He worship me as everything and sarva bhavena bharata. He rests in also. So see the translation of the word to word meaning translation of sarva bhavena. How does Prabhupada translates sarva bhavena? In all respect. All respect means there is no loopholes. Yes, there is no lacking. Means there is no alternate attraction. Means the mind is completely, fully absorbed in Krishna. Let us read the translation. Very powerful verse. Whoever knows me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead without doubting is the knower of everything. He therefore engages himself in full devotional service to me, O son of Bharata. So this word full, I think Srila Prabhupada has used this prefix to devotional service many places. Full Krishna consciousness. We will see many times in Prabhupada's lecture, Prabhupada's morning walk, Prabhupada's purport, Prabhupada's translation, Prabhupada's casual room conversations. This word full is used many places by Srila Prabhupada. He used to say full devotional service, full Krishna consciousness, full absorption. You know, he will use such prefix to full. Full means what? Like complete absorption. Because Srila Prabhupada used to use these words because sometimes people in this world, they have a conception that okay, I do my material duties also and I worship Krishna also. So this term of being religious, this term of being pious is so predominant that but Srila Prabhupada wanted to give us pure Krishna consciousness, untainted, unalloyed, by any material condition. No mixing of any type of karma and jnana. Yes, and that's why in the bhakti, in the definition of bhakti by Srila Rupa Goswami, he says Anya abhilashita sunyam jnana karma di anavritam. Krishna nu anushīlanam, bhakti uchyate. That bhakti means that which is free from any tinge of karma and jnana. Yes, there is no further attraction to these two things. Yes, Krishna anushīlanam. That means that means it revolves around Krishna. Means one's life starts revolving around Krishna. Krishna is the center of everything. Each and every activity, each and every emotions flow towards Krishna. And Srila Rupa Goswami says this is the definition of bhakti. Yes, and that's a wonderful contribution of our acharyas, especially the sixth Goswami, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that they have so much highlighted the science of pure devotional service, and they have so nicely discriminated or differentiated the difference between a pure 24 karat gold of devotional service and the mixed 22 karat, 20 karat, 18 karat gold, which seems like gold externally, which is not actually gold. Yes, because there is still some contamination into it. Yes, so in so I wanted to I was just searching for some of the illustrations in Bhagavatam where we can see such type of absorption. of devotees towards Krishna. Yes, and there are many illustrations, but I have picked up one of them to discuss. And one of the best illustration which I was able to find was Krishna leaving from Hastinapur and Krishna entering the Dwarka. Yes. So these two sections I found where this type of complete attachment to Krishna was illustrated by devotees. Yes. So this is from first canto. I think I have shared the screen. 10th chapter, and these are a series of verses, but I will read some of them because we are bound by the time. Okay. So here Krishna is now going to leave from Hastinapur. Yes. So when Krishna is going to leave from Hastinapur, it's a kind of a thunderbolt on each and every member of the Kuru dynasty. Yes, because they were so much attached to Krishna, practically in every aspect of their life. They just depended on Krishna. Yes, they knew nothing apart from Krishna, and now the same Krishna who helped them to sail across all the difficulties they had to undergo. Yes, the same Krishna who was there 24 by 7 with them, always, always taking care of them, always personally protecting them. Now the same Krishna is leaving Hastinapur. And we see the beautiful prayers of Kunti Maharani, which came in the 8th chapter of first canto. Yes, where she is practically praying that, oh Krishna, if you remain at that place when your devotees are in difficulty, and now because the situation has externally improved, because the situations are now externally favorable, and now you are living. So, Krishna, better you keep me into difficulty. Let the difficulty continue. Because if that is what takes you to remain with us, that is what takes you to personally take care of us, then let there be difficulty. I don't want a peaceful time without you, but I am ready to adjust with difficult situation if you are available. So we can imagine such is the emotions of the Pandavas. So here is another verse. सद्गुणान्मुक्त दुसंगो हातुं नोत्सहते बुधा कीर्त्यमानं यशो यस्य सकृद् आकर्ण्य रोचनम् तस्मिन्यस्तधिया पार्था सहैरन् विरहं कथं दर्शना स्पर्श संलाप शयना शयन भोजनय. I just read a translation. The intelligent who have understood the Supreme Lord in association with pure devotees and have become freed from bad materialistic association can never avoid hearing the glories of the Lord, even though they have heard them only once. How then could the Pandavas tolerate his separation? For they had been intimately associated with his person, seeing him face to face, touching him, conversing with him, and sleeping, sitting, and dining with him. Yes. So we can imagine such was the situation of Pandava. So this is the nature of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yes, because the Pandavas, they were face to face, touching him. They were personally talking to him. That just like a chit chat, just like we sit with our family members and we discuss some important things, how to run the family, how to deal with financial debts, how to deal with this problem, that problem. So Krishna was like that person with whom they were personally interacting. Yes, Arjuna, he was just like a friend to Krishna, a casual friend to Krishna. They would sleep together, they will eat together. Yes, they will sit there, they will put their arms on each other. So that was the beautiful relation of Krishna with Pandavas. And now Krishna is just leaving. Yes, how painful that was. So I will just read some part of the purport because that is so powerful. So here Srila Prabhupada is giving us the formula of how we can also come to that level of complete sarva bhavena, where we start completely loving Krishna, where Krishna becomes our everything. So here Srila Prabhupada is telling us the solution, the formula to achieve this type of state of consciousness. So, purport. The living being's constitutional position is one of serving a superior. He is obliged to serve by force the dictates of illusory material energy in different phases of sense gratification. So here Srila Prabhupada is telling ki how our current state is completely opposite. You know, just like Kunti Maharani, Pandavas, yes, and here in the current words, Mother Devhuti, their mind is fully absorbed in Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Their life revolves around Krishna. Their emotion revolves around Krishna. But currently, our state is completely opposite. You know, with us also same state of consciousness is there, but it is with the sense gratificatory object. And here Srila Prabhupada is using such a beautiful phrase. Actually, Srila Prabhupada's choice of words are so beautiful. You know. Here we can see the choice of Prabhupada's words. Different phases of sense gratification. That means we are interested into different variety of sense gratification. Okay, this type of sense gratification, this type of sense gratification. So I think this. So actually, Prabhupada was a spiritual genius. Even the types of words he has used in the purports, it perfectly conveys the message in the best way. You know? And in serving the senses, he is never tired. Yes. So this is another symptom of absorption. Yes. So this is another beautiful symptom of absorption, that a person never gets tired. Just like Haridas Thakur, he is never tired of chanting 192 rounds. Every day he is repeating. Six Goswamis are never tired. So Srila Prabhupada is giving the opposite example. And in serving the senses, he is never tired. Even though he may be tired, the illusory energy perpetually forces him to do so without being satisfied. And there is no end to such sense gratificatory business. And the conditioned soul becomes entangled in such servitude without hope of release. Yes, there's no hope of release. So beautiful Prabhupada is saying. You know? So that means our current absorption is fully into material object, different phases of sense gratification, and all the things. But here Srila Prabhupada is telling the escape formula. And how does that escape formula comes out? The release is only effective by the association with pure devotees. Yes. So I think once Srila Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj had written one very nice book. The title of the book is When Good Fortune Arises. Yes. So in that book he says the good fortune arises when you meet a pure devotee. It is the intervention into pure devotee, into our life, into our illusion of material attraction, which completely changes the track of our life. Yes. And what happens by such association? By such association, one is gradually promoted to the transcendental consciousness. Yes. Thus, he can know that his eternal position is to render service unto the Lord and not to the perverted senses in the capacity of lust, anger, desire to lord it over, etc. Materialistic society, friendship, and love are all different phases of lust. Home, country, family, society, wealth, all sorts of colonies are all causes of bondage in the material world. Okay, so I'm just going ahead in the purport because okay, once they will go on progressively without stoppage, just like gun in the gunpowder, sorry, fire in the gunpowder. So this is very powerful. Once we meet with a pure devotee, once that little drop of Krishna consciousness falls in our heart, once we little bit taste the sweetness of the holy name, the sweetness of the Hari Katha with the mouth of the pure devotee. And then what happens? Once they are, little taste comes, then it will go on progressively without stoppage. It's just like a chain reaction. Then a devotee anchor, because as I told, it is natural for us. So this complete absorption in Krishna is not something artificial. Srila Prabhupada used to say that Krishna consciousness is not a sentimentalism where you have to imagine, oh, I am coming close to Krishna. No, no, I will forcibly dedicate my time to Krishna. No, it's something very spontaneous. Yes, but because our heart is completely lost into illusion of sense gratification, we are unable to experience it. But once, by the intervention of a pure devotee, our good fortune arises. Once that little connection is established, then it becomes perpetual, because now we are heading towards our natural position. And a devotee gradually speeds up into that highway of one's relationship with Krishna. Yes, it is just like in the Diwali we see, that these crackers come. You just put a little fire, just a little bit of fire is needed at the end of the cracker. Immediately it will catch fire and it will blast off. No? Because it's natural. It's natural for those ingredients. Yes, they're those inflammable ingredients to catch fire. It just needs a little support from outside. Then it will just show its natural effect. The same thing happens with our own heart. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya Kabu Naye Shravanadi Suddha Chitta Korila Uday. That Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya Kabunai. That this Nitya Krishna Prem is there in the heart. It's natural in the heart. Then Shavanadi. Such a pure devotee is needed, intervention of a pure devotee, and the Hari Katha and Hari Nam from the lotus mouth of that pure devotee. Once it is inflamed in our heart. Shavanadi Suddha Chitta Korila Uday. It just rushes out of the heart, that attraction to Krishna. Yes. It is said that Hari, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is so transcendently attractive that even those who are self satisfied by self realization are factually liberated from all material bondage also become devotees of the Lord. Under the circumstances, it is easily understood that what must have been the position of the Pandavas, who were constant companions of the Lord. They could not even think of separation from Sri Krishna, since the attraction was more intense for them because of personal contact. His remembrance by his, so this is very powerful, that this word is so powerful. His remembrance by his form, quality, name, fame, pastime, etc., is also attractive for the pure devotee. So much so that he forgets all forms, quality, name, and fame, and activities of the mundane world. Due to his mature association with pure devotees, he is not out of contact with the Lord for a moment. Yes, so this is very important, that once one get attracted to Supreme Personality of Godhead, he forgets all other form of this world. So Srila Prabhupada used to say, this is the test of Krishna consciousness. When somebody asked, Prabhupada, how to know that I am advancing in Krishna consciousness? How to know that I am developing in Krishna consciousness? Srila Prabhupada's one line answer was that you will lose your taste for sense gratification. Yes, Srila Prabhupada didn't give a very sentimental or very flowery explanation of Krishna consciousness, and you will get bhava for Krishna, and then Krishna will come in your mind again and again. So, Srila Prabhupada's one line answer was that if you're really advancing in Krishna consciousness, you will lose your taste for sense gratification, and still the taste for sense gratification is remaining. Still, there is alternative attraction. That means you are not fully Krishna consciousness. That's the one line proof that we are not fully Krishna consciousness. Yes. So this is so beautifully explained by Srila Prabhupada. And similarly, so this was how Krishna is going out of Hastinapur. And everybody, the women have come on the rooftop. They are again and again seeing Krishna. So, Subhadra, whether it is all the members of Guru dynasty, they don't know how will we now live without Krishna. Because these months, their heart was so captivated by Krishna that now they are not even able to imagine. Now, when Krishna will not be there, will there be a life? Yes. So this was the thought which was going in their mind. Now, what does it mean to live without Krishna? Actually, they actually forgot it. Yes. So the same thing is happening in the Dwarka. Now Krishna is entering Dwarka. Let us see what happens in Dwarka. So when Krishna is entering Dwarka, the Dwarka Vasis are just waiting when will Krishna comes. And once Krishna enters Dwarka, let us see what is the effect happening on them. Oh lotus-eyed one. So I am reading the text 9. This is from 11th chapter. Krishna entering Dwarka. O lotus-eyed Lord, whenever you go away to Mathura, Vrindavan or Hastinapur to meet your friends and relatives, every moment of your absence seems like millions of years. O infallible one, at that time our eyes becomes useless, as if bereft of sun. Yes. So they are saying that whenever we see any other object of this world, it is just like time pass. We are just doing time pass, just some light is coming, and some image is forming on retina. Yes, and that image on retina, it is just getting processed in the brain. That's all. That is the only meaning of seeing, just at the bodily platform. That's all. Otherwise, at our heart, we are not interested into that image which is forming in our retina. Yes, but now we are seeing you. Now this is the real thing which we are seeing. Now we are seeing something valuable. Other seeing, it is just a biological process. That's all, and we are not so much interested into that biological process which is happening. But now we are seeing you after, and without you, every moment was seeming like millions of years. And then in the 10th line, immediately they are saying, "Oh Master, if you live abroad all the time, then we cannot look at your attractive face, whose smiles vanquish all our suffering. How can we exist without your presence?" Upon hearing their speeches, the Lord, who is very kind to the citizens and the devotee, entered the city of Dwarka and acknowledged all their greetings by casting his transcendental glance over them. Yes. So he is saying, how can we live without seeing your attractive face? So we see the wonderful relation of devotee and Krishna. And if we read the purport, I'm not going to the exact purports, which will take lot of time to go through each of them. Prabhupada is again and again reminding us that how the same effect which Dwarka Vasis were feeling, we can also feel if we follow this process of Krishna consciousness properly. Because Prabhupada is saying that this name, form, quality, pastimes, the holy names of Krishna, the Bhagavatam of, these are non-different from Krishna. Yes. And once we start attaching ourselves to these name, form, qualities of Krishna, Krishna will automatically steal our heart. Yes. Our heart will be captivated because that's the natural position of every jiva. Yes. And Srila Prabhupada is again and again warning us that how we are not able to achieve this state because we are not actually properly executing our Krishna consciousness. Because it's so natural, it is our constitutional position to have such kind of attraction to Krishna, to having such type of bhava, such type of emotion for Krishna. Yes, and it will gradually, scientifically, emerge in our heart. And only thing which can stop us from doing is the lack of our own sincerity, because the facility is there, the proper spiritual master is there, the books are there, everything is there. Now it's up to us to, in order to take complete benefit of it. So further, as Krishna enters the Dwarka, so further the condition of the mother comes, and how all the different mothers of Krishna, they when they saw Krishna, they were also waiting for Krishna, and when they saw that Krishna is coming, the milk started flowing out of their breast like anything. Yeah. So here I will just go to those verses where Krishna is now going to meet his mother and the queens. Yes. Okay. So, yes, after entering the house of his father, the mothers present, the Lord offered his obeisances unto them by placing his head at their feet. The mothers were headed by Devaki. And then what happened to the mother? The mothers, after embracing their son, sat him on their laps. Due to pure affection, milk sprang from their breast. They were overwhelmed with delight, and the tears from their eyes wetted the Lord. So this happened to the mothers. The mothers, the flow of milk, and Srila Prabhupada says that that flow of milk was actually caused by the intense love to them. And then the time comes for meeting their wives. So it is said that the wives, they were just waiting. When they, because that time the housewives, they were not allowed to come out of the palace just like other general public in order to greet the Lord. So they were just sitting in their palace and they were hearing that Lord is coming, the Lord is going to come. So even they were super excited and they were not able to hold their emotions. And they were just waiting, when will I meet the Lord again? When will I embrace him? And it is said that yes. So we will read, the queens of the Lord Sri Krishna rejoiced within their mind to see their husband home. After a long period abroad, the queens got up at once from their seats and meditations, as was socially customary. They covered their faces shyly and looked about coyly. The insuperable ecstasy was so strong that the queens who were shy first embraced the Lord in the innermost recess of their heart. Then they embraced him visually, and then they sent their son to embrace him, which is equal to personal embracing. But, O chief amongst the Bhrigus, though they tried to restrain their feelings, they inadvertently shed tears. Yes. So we see the strong feeling of the queens of Dwarka. Yes, because though it was a customary that a wife cannot show her love for husband in the public place, yes, but it was inseparable. So they were doing it within their own heart, through their eyes they were capturing the Lord. Within their heart, actually, they were embracing the Lord. Yes, and then because they were personally not able to go in public and embrace the Lord, so they sent their son that please go, because the son is is just a part and parcel of the mother. So they just sent their son that please go and embrace the Lord. Yes. So this was a very, so we see that whether it was Hastinapur or Dwarka, what was the state of consciousness of Hastinapur Vasi and Dwarka Vasis? Their entire life was dedicated to Lord Sri Krishna. And here we see that how without Sri Krishna, without the presence of the Lord, they were feeling every activity, whether it was seeing, whether it was eating, whether it was sleeping, everything just going at the external platform. They were not so much interested into it. It was just a biological function to survive in this world. Okay, we are seeing something, we are eating something, but there was no juice into it. Yes, the only festival, the only happy moments in their life was when Krishna was personally present with them. Yes, when they were associating with Krishna, and that's the meaning of Sarva Bhavena. Sarva Bhavena means the entire flow of our emotion, the entire flow of our senses, the entire flow of our mind and intelligence actually revolves fully around Krishna, and there is no alternate attraction, there is no alternate everything. And thus, and thus it is said that, so I'm just reading from Madhya Leela. So Krishna Bhakti Ras Bhavitamati Kriyatam Yadi Kutopi Labhyate Tatra Lolyam Api Mulyam Ekalam Janma Koti Sukriter Na Labhyate. Sri Rup Goswami is advising all the sadhaka. Yes. What is his advice? Pure devotional service in Krishna consciousness cannot be had even by pious activity in hundreds and thousands of lives. It can be attained only by paying one price, that is, intense greed to obtain it. If it is available somewhere, one must purchase it without delay. So, this is the formula. No? So I've just highlighted the formula which Srila Rupa Goswami is advising us. He's saying this type of emotion to Krishna, this type of bhava to Krishna, actually it cannot be attained by anything of this world, because that transcendental ecstasy is transcendental, and thus it cannot be obtained by any means of this world. How it can be obtained? Only by one price, that is greed. Greed means that I also need to connect to Krishna. I also need, so that intense desire is the only price one has to pay. Not by karma, not by jnana, not by prowess, not by renunciation. It cannot be attained through any other means. Only means is the sincerity, is the intense desire of a sadhaka that within this life, I want to be fully Krishna consciousness. And Srila Prabhupada always used to inspire this type of desire within his disciples, that within this life, if you practice Krishna consciousness sincerely, seriously, and without ulterior motives, then all these things which we are reading in the Shastras will also be part of ours. We will also be the part of that community of Krishna conscious people. Yes. And if it's available somewhere, one must purchase it without delay. Yes. And what does it mean that it is available somewhere? That is, if we associate with those who are having it. So Sri Rup Goswami is saying that one should seek the association of such people. And that's why in our temple every day when we sing Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More, Mo Sama Patita Prabhu Nahi Tribu. So in the end we see that Narottam Das Thakur says Ramchandra Sangha Mange Narottam Das. So we see every Acharya has expressed that if any devotee is having this type of consciousness, if any devotee is actually fully dedicated his life to Krishna, if any devotees whose mind senses are fully revolving around Krishna, so I want that association. I want to mix with that devotee, because I want to get that. I, I want to serve that devotee, because by his mercy only is there a chance that my materialistic condition, my absorption in illusory material energy can be transformed into my absorption in my own constitutional position of being the servant of Krishna. Yes, and that's what Sri Rup Goswami is actually advising this two advice to us. First of all, to attain that type of sarva bhavena, he is telling us two formula in this verse. The first formula he is saying is intense greed. Means one should be very, very super passionate about it. Just like we are very passionate about job, we are very passionate about climbing the ladder of success. We are very passionate about the objects of this world. Much more than that, one should be passionate about Krishna. That I want Krishna consciousness. I want to be Krishna conscious within this lifetime. Yes. So that intense greed is required. And another formula which Srila Rupa Goswami is saying is that if it is available somewhere, then we should immediately grab that opportunity. Yes. We should go and associate with such type of devotees more and more. We should serve them. We should beg for their mercy. We should follow their instruction, so that by their mercy we can also get a drop of that absorption in Krishna consciousness. So this is the advice of Srila Rupa Goswami. And the same thing happens with Uddhav. So here I am reading the extract from 46th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, and the crest jewel canto, that is the 10th canto, where Uddhav, when he went and met the gopis of Vrindavan, initially Uddhav was a Jnani Bhakta, and Uddhav actually was thinking, okay, I will go and serve the gopis by telling them various jnana. I will tell them how Krishna is everywhere. Krishna is within their heart also. Krishna is there in every atom. To see Krishna in that way. But when Buddha went to Vrindavan, he got the short circuit of his life. He got the biggest surprise of his life. He was unable to he was unable to measure the length, breadth, and height of the love of the gopis, of Nanda and Yashoda, their transcendental emotion towards Krishna. He was completely baffled within his intellect, that what kind of love is this? And I don't, and that's why I will read some of the verses which Uddhav spoke when he saw such kind of emotions of the gopis. Among all persons on the earth, these cowherd women alone have actually perfected the embodied lives, for they have achieved the perfection of unalloyed love for Lord Govinda. Their pure love is hankered after by those who fear material existence, by great sages, and by ourselves as well. one who has tasted the narrations of the infinite Lord. What is the use of taking birth as a high class Brahman, or even as Lord Brahma himself? How amazing it is that these simple women who wander about the forest, seemingly spoiled by improper behavior, have achieved the perfection of unalloyed love for Krishna, the Supreme Soul. Still, it is true that the Supreme Lord Himself awards His blessings even to an ignorant worshipper, just as the best medicine works even when taken by a person ignorant of its ingredients. So, further, as we are as he moves, so we see, how Uddhav desires to become a bush in Vrindavan so that he can get the lotus dust. The gopis of Vrindavan have given up the association of their husbands, sons, and other family members who are very difficult to keep up. And they have forsaken the path of chastity to take shelter of the lotus feet of Mukunda, Krishna, which one should search for by Vedic knowledge. Oh, let me be the fortunate enough to be one of the bushes, creepers, or herbs in Vrindavan, because the gopis trample them and bless them with the dust of their lotus feet. Yes. So we see this type of consciousness of Uddhav. When Uddhav saw the gopis, love, Uddhav became very greedy. Yes. So Uddhav is representing that verse just now we saw of Srila Rupa Goswami, that lolyam api ekamulyam. There's only one price for Krishna consciousness, that is intense greed. That I also want to be Krishna consciousness, just like this pure devotee. So Uddhav became intense greedy, yes, when he saw the gopis' love. But how to achieve that? Okay, we have become greedy to achieve that Krishna consciousness. But what is the way to achieve this type of Krishna consciousness? Yes, it is through the path of service to the pure devotee. Yes, it is through the path of humility in front of the pure devotee. And thus, he wanted to become a bush in the uh, groves of the Vrindavan so that the gopis they trample upon them. And by their mercy, he can also get such transcendental emotion. And that's why Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, in his song, he says, कि कृष्णा से तुम्हारा कृष्णा दीते पारो তোমারা सकती আছে আমি তো कंगाला कृष्णा कृष्णा बोली आई तव पाछे पाछे. He says that Krishna se tumhara, Krishna is yours. O Vaishnav Thakur, Krishna is yours. You are fully absorbed in Krishna, but I am Kangala. My condition is that I am fully absorbed in illusory material. Day and night, my mind is revolving around different types of sense gratification. I want to enjoy this, I want to enjoy that. Yes. So I am Kangal, I am a beggar when it comes to Krishna consciousness. But I want it. I am greedy for it, but yes. And thus, by your mercy, I can get it. Yes. And by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, yes, that access to Krishna consciousness, that access to what standard here Lord Kapila is telling to Mother Devhuti of Sarva Bhavena, complete absorption in Krishna consciousness is available through the chanting of the holy names. Yes. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has made it so easy. And he told, and Chila Prabhupada, in he used to again repeat that this chanting of the holy name is absolutely transcendental, is absolutely so merciful. Yes. And just we have to take shelter of this holy name with complete, absorption. And this holy name, when it will enter our heart, it will completely capture our heart, and it will award all the desirable, spiritual gifts which are which a living entity is hankering for many lifetimes. Yes. So that's why Srila Prabhupada used to say to take up this process of Krishna consciousness very seriously. Yes. Because both Srila Prabhupada says that everything is there in my books, everything is there in the process which I have given. Only only thing, which is not there, which we have to invest, is our own desire, is our own greed to become it, and our non-offensive nature. Yes, because these are the offenses to the devotees which obstruct that, because mercy is in abundance in Kali Yuga. Mercy is abundance in the mission of Srila Prabhupada. But it is our offensive attitude. It stops our that mercy to flow into our heart. It is the alternative attraction to the sense gratification of this world. It is lack of sincerity which stops us, to access that complete treasure of pure love of Godhead. Yes. So with this prayer, we want to end our today's class. And may Srila Prabhupada, give us that strength, to take full benefit of what he has given us, to take full benefit, and we, let we march towards achieving this perfect consciousness of sarva bhavena, within this lifetime. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So with this, we want to end today's class. If I think if anybody has any comment or anything, they can. Okay, so if there are no comments, we would like to end today's meeting as we have already crossed the time limit. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। जगत गुरु शिला